Hello, this is Taylor Johnson. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Omega juicer 8006. Now, I'm a hardcore juicer. I've been juicing for about 10 years now, and thought I'd put this review together to show you everything about this juicer. Now, I personally love it. I've had this one for about 5 years. You can see how stained the containers are now. 5 years, I have not broken one part. So as far as how it's assembled, pretty easy. The auger goes in. The screen part lasts forever. These typically break on most juicers. This one has lasted me about 5 years since it's still running with the original one. It hasn't broke. I find the design is quite nice. So it just slides in like that. And then the end cap just screws on, so pretty nice. What I like about it is that the whole thing comes disattached with the juicer, so it's easy to clean. So you just spin this, and now it's locked in place. The containers are nice. It's molded to fit right under the juicer. I've personally done 30-day juice fasts with this exact juicer. 30 days of nothing but juices, and it's a champ. I really like it. So let's put it to work. And I've chopped up kale, spinach, carrot, and beets. So let's test it out. First I'll try the kale. You just push it down. It's fairly simple to use. With most things, you really don't have to push hard with the tool, with the puncher. It self-feeds itself in many cases, depending on what you're juicing. So you can see the kale's coming out quite nicely. Now with carrots are a little bit harder, so you have to kind of push it down. And then you just feed it down with the plunger. It comes out pretty nice. You just do one at a time. You can get a constant stream of juice coming out of this thing. It's really not that difficult. And one thing to keep in mind, this is what's called a slow juicer. It preserves the nutrients better. You want to make sure that you're always using a slow juicer because it preserves the nutrients. It doesn't heat it up. You don't want the minerals dying off because of the high heat. So, although it takes a little bit more time to juice, a little bit more time to use, it's really worth it in the long run. And really, 10 to 15 minutes, you can make 24 ounces of juice. And I mean, that's really not that hard. Everyone has time to make that each morning. Now let's try some beet. Chopped up beet. You can see it works with just about anything. I feel like one of the strengths of this juicer is actually juicing vegetables. And the greens, the leafy greens, you know, the kale, these are the things you really want to be juicing anyways. And I feel like the greens are really what this juicer works best with. And it's also great with carrots and even apple. So it's pretty simple to use. It does have a reverse button, so if it got jammed, you can push this button and it will reverse it so it gets unclogged. But you really don't have to use that with this juicer at all. Another good thing about the Omega juicer is the fact that if you do break a part, you can easily buy replacements online for pretty cheap. I've had other Chinese knockoff types of juicers before, and the bad thing about those is if you do break a piece, typically you can't really find a replacement part. So see, I've only been juicing a couple minutes. I already have this much juice. That's about all you'd want anyways. And so yeah, what I was saying, see how easy that is to take off and to disassemble it and to wash it. It's very simple. But a lot of times it's these little screens that break. So if you were to break this on, let's say, a cheaper juicer or a Chinese type of knockoff, in many cases you can't find the parts online or in a store, so you have to buy a whole new juicer, spend a couple $100 more. But I found it's better just to buy the right juicer, like an Omega to begin with, because then if you break it, which the juicing screens sometimes do, they sometimes crack, although this one hasn't. You can buy a replacement for $25, or an auger, maybe $30 for that. They're really not that expensive. And then you're not having to buy a whole new juicer. So overall, the pulp is quite dry. It's not full of liquids. I mean, it's kind of like sawdust. I think the juice, the quality of the juice is a lot better, and I actually notice a difference drinking this compared to a high-speed centrifugal type of machine. It really extracts the juice very, very well, with carrots, beets, apple, kale, chard, spinach. I've even put wild grass through it, and you can of course juice wheatgrass as well. But yeah, I'd go out in the mountains, collect a big bag of wild grass and come put it through it, and it worked great. So if you're looking for a good affordable juicer that will last a long time, I don't think you can go wrong with the Omega 8006. It's a great design, it's easy to clean, you can get replacement parts easily, and it's just built to last. And like I said, I've done a 30-day juice cleanse using this, and it was really nice not having to worry about parts breaking or anything. The quality of juice is just perfect, and one thing I'll say about juice, the more you drink it, the better it tastes. So over time, as you drink this, I mean, you might be thinking that kale, carrot, and apple is kind of nasty, but it actually tastes kind of like a dessert after you've been drinking it a few weeks. Your taste buds adapt, and it becomes quite nice and delicious. So I hope you appreciate this video, and happy juicing. Thank you so much. Bye.